Hello there. Welcome to AWS Architect Lab 2. My name is Nitya, and I'm glad to go ahead and present to you today our first web server. We'll go ahead and use WordPress, PHP, Apache, and so many softwares to go ahead and get our web server. So we're going to be using Ubuntu. Let's get started. Fine. So where do we go? We go to EC2. We're still in EC2. What do we want to do? We want to go ahead and create our web server. So launch instance. And this time it's not going to be Windows. It's going to be Ubuntu. Yes, Ubuntu. That's the one. We'll go with the free tier eligible T2 micro. 1 CPU and memory 1 GB enough. Configure. How many do we want? We'll start with 1. Where do we want to create? I choose my VPC. You could choose the default VPC. Doesn't matter. I've already created my subnets, so I'm going to use one of the subnets, which is a public subnet, as you see here, public subnet 2. That's good. Do I want an IP address to be auto-assigned? Yes, please do. The rest, that's fine. Next. 8 GB for an Ubuntu, for just showing you guys, sufficient. Let's go ahead and add a name tag. What's this? It's going to be Ubuntu Web Server. Let's call it Web Server 1. Configure the security groups. So this is going to be, okay, I'm going to use an existing one. You could choose to use a new security group. Okay, I'm not going to use the default. I've already created a web server security group, and pretty much what I've done is I've allowed almost all we need is the HTTP 80. Okay, that's all we need. Yeah, right, it's open to the world. That's all right. I'm going to be deleting it anyway. So this is our key pair, which I already have. So you're going to launch the instance. It doesn't take a long time. So click on launch instance. It comes up. It's going to take a little while. And once this is ready, we'll go ahead and configure this web server. I'll tell you what and all we're going to be doing as this is getting initialized. What we'll be doing is we're going to be logging into this Ubuntu web server. We will be using PuTTY because this is a Windows machine and I want to log into a Ubuntu server, so I'm going to use PuTTY. I'm going to copy this public IP, okay, of this Ubuntu server. It's running. Let's check the state. It is still initializing. I've got to wait till I see a 2x2 check. Okay, we need to wait until this is done. I mean, what I'm going to be doing next is after the status checks is 2x2, which implies that it's done all the power on self-test, and if it's checked if it's going to be connected properly to the network, all the necessary system checks are done, then we are ready to get connected. And how do we get connected? Go to PuTTY, go ahead and type the IP address, and then we're going to click on SSH. We're going to click on authentication. Here is where we go ahead and select our PPK file, okay, and then click open. We'll do that. Let's hold on. So this is how we get connected to our Ubuntu machine. All right, come on. Okay, once we log into Ubuntu, what we're going to be doing then is we're going to get a couple of updates. All right, so we're going to use the apt-get command and we're going to update. We're going to install Apache, we're going to install PHP, we're going to install My Sequel server, and we're going to create a database. we're going to use, pretty much we're going to use this particular tutorial. Okay, I am, by the way, no which ways Linux expert, nor am I, an expert in creating a website. So here we go. Amazon's documents are fabulous. I love this document. Pretty much all you need to do is read through this whenever you find time, and let's take a look at it. What we're going to do is we're going to download and unzip the WordPress installation package. So this is how you download this, and this is how you unzip. Once you've done that, what you do is you ensure, as I told you, we would already have installed our MySQL, Apache, PHP, and all that stuff. Then you go ahead and log into your root username, MySQL root user, and you're going to create a database, and you're going to give that user, you're going to create a database called WordPress, and then that WordPress is going to be having a user called WordPress user, and you're going to give it a password. Okay, we'll stick to whatever is present here. So you might want to go ahead and bookmark this particular document. Okay, let's see if it's coming up. It takes 4 minutes. So all right, so let's continue here. So WordPress install, unzip, create your MySQL user called WordPress user, give it your strong password. I'm not going to change that because I'm lazy. I mean, who wants to remember the passwords, right? So anyways, so this is the database that you're going to create, WordPress DB, and you're going to grant privileges for this particular um, user. WordPress user will get all the privileges on this particular database, and then you to flush the privileges so that the changes take effect, and then you can exit your MySQL. MySQL is done. Then what do we do? Then we're going to go ahead and configure WordPress. WordPress has this particular configuration file called WP, that's WordPress configuration sample file. We're going to copy everything in the sample file to another file called as WP configuration, the actual configuration of WordPress. It's a PHP file. Once you copy everything, you then going to go ahead and edit. Nano or VI you could use to go ahead and edit this WP config. I'm going to use VI because I'm comfortable that way. If you want to use Nano, feel free to do that. Once we are there and we are editing the WordPress configuration file, what we're going to be fundamentally doing is we're going to be making sure that the entries 1, 2, 3, 4 entries, the name of the database, which is WordPress-DB, user WordPress-user, and give the same password, your strong password. Don't change it here. Okay, don't confuse your MySQL root user's password with this database password. This is a different database instance called WordPress. Okay, so if you choose to use your strong password, which you gave it earlier, use the same password here. Otherwise, you're going to go ahead and find a conflict. Okay. So once you do that, you're going to go ahead and click on this. Let's open up in a new tab. What this one contains is these definitions and keys. Just copy it and paste it. Where do I paste it? I'll show you. But you're going to be editing another file. The wp config.php, and you're going to go ahead and replace the ones that are existent with these keys. All right. Once you're done, you have finished editing your WordPress configuration. Okay. Let's see. Is it done? Yes, it's done. Fine. More of what we're going to be doing, I'm going to show. Okay. So now you know what I'm going to be doing next. So where were we? Remember, we went ahead and entered our IP address. So I'm going to go ahead and enter my APK file, open it. Oh yeah. So the default username for Ubuntu is Ubuntu. Enter. So it's going to go ahead and get the password from the key that we went ahead and entered. What next? Okay, let's go ahead and first prepare our Ubuntu. Let's install our updates. So sudo means you're going to use, instead of root, you're going to use sudo. Okay, sudo, what are we doing? app-get app-get update. Okay, wow, that's magic. Done. Yeah, app-get. What you're going to do is we're going to install now. What am I doing? Okay, install Apache. Yes. Done. Okay, so next we're going to install, how about installing PHP? PHP. Yes. Okay. Before MySQL, let's go ahead and install the library. Oh yeah. Done. Next, MySQL. MySQL Server. Yes. So it's going to ask you for a password for this root account. So give it your favorite. Just password, re-enter the password. Done. Okay, so now we've got our Apache, PHP, MySQL, everything installed and ready. And now let's get to our WordPress. Where was WordPress? I like my HP Pavilion 360. That's clean, easy to navigate. Okay. I'm just going to get this done. So WordPress installation package I've just copied. Now I'm going to untar it. I just type in sudo because of habit. Okay. All right. So my SQL server is running. I know. You want me to log into MySQL? That's what you want me to do? Okay. Whatever is your wish is my command. Now this one's password is password. Yeah. Okay. Now I've logged into MySQL. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to go ahead and create this user. Copy. I'll keep the password as your strong password. As I told you, I can't remember many things. Okay, so query okay, 0 rows affected because I just went ahead and created a user and I gave him a password. Fabulous. So now what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to create a database. Okay, that's my database instance. Disham, enter. Voila, I have my, what's this? Database created. Now I'm going to go ahead and give all the privileges to my user called WordPress user. Yes, please. Done. Flush database privileges to pick up your changes. Let's do that. Then you can exit. Bye. Okay, so in my MySQL, now I have WordPress as my database, WordPress DB, I guess. That's the name of the database. And I have WordPress user who has all the privileges to do everything it wants to do in the WordPress database. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy everything which is there in my cp-config sample.php to this particular one. So instead of using this particular command here, what I would prefer to do is there's one more. You find how to create a WordPress on Ubuntu in many places, and there is another command which is better than what we just saw. All right, it's pretty much the same, nothing different. Where was this? Yeah. Okay, we'll come to this little later after editing. Okay. So you could either choose to use this particular link here or you could go with the AWS tutorial. So let's go ahead and copy. Where were we? We were here. All right. So I've copied the wp config-sample. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a vi instead of nano. And I'm going to go to this directory called WordPress directory. Right click to paste, enter, and here you go. Now we're going to go ahead and edit. What are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and make these changes. Come down, come down, come down, come down. See, these are the fundamental changes. The DB name, user, password, and stuff like that. Why enter when you can just copy paste? So here we go. This is my WordPress DB. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and define my database name. Blah, blah, blah. WordPress DB. Good. User was WordPress-user. Come on, you could copy. You could even type, but right click takes less time than typing. So password, remember it's your strong password. Don't change the password here. It's not recommended to have your strong password as a password, but Okay, then what? That's pretty much it. And I was talking about this one, right? So this is the link, correct? So we're going to copy all this and paste it. I'll tell you where to paste. Let's go down, go down, go down. Blah, 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 blah. Here, you see all these? Right. You've got to delete them. Logged in, secure auth salt. Be careful with, after this, become slightly slower so that you don't delete what you don't want to delete. Okay, here you go. Copy, get back, right click, done. Okay, there's nothing else that you want to do here, so save. Oh, ooh, look at this. I did everything and I just did not go ahead and use sudo here. Seriously? Okay. Don't make such mistakes. Okay. Oh my God. See, certain good habits you should never go ahead and leave. I'm going to make all these changes once again. I'm going to pause the video here. Once this is done, I will go ahead and resume the recording. Okay, just a moment. Hey, welcome back. So I've done all the changes that I was earlier mentioning. This time I used sudo, so I shouldn't be facing any trouble. Let's go ahead and see. All right, so my WordPress configuration is complete. What's next? We need to go ahead and copy everything that was there in WordPress directory to where www HTML directory. That's exactly what we are supposed to be doing here. So you're going to do this. Sudo copy everything that's there in WordPress to where www done. All right. If you want WordPress to run in an alternate directory, then go to blah, blah, blah. That's something that I don't want to do. I'm pretty much done with this. What else am I supposed to do? I could have used this command instead of the previous command that I used. Okay, fine. Doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and take a look at one more directory which we want to take a look at is, wait, we will check this directory, etc, if I'm right, it's Apache 2 blah. Show me what's there. Sites enabled. That's where we want to go. So cd sites enabled. Show me this one. Yeah, there's a default configuration here. This is another configuration file which you would want to go ahead and edit. So sudo vi 000 default conf. What do you want me to add here? I'm going to be directory index should be index.php. So escape, done. Let's see if we have done everything all right. Where are we? Shrink. Okay, so that's my IP address here. I'm just blah. I have got to the default page of Apache. It says I have to replace the index.html. Okay, I know what I missed. After you make any change to the configuration, please do not forget to restart Apache. Apache control, restart. I wish that's one. Your PHP application appears to be missing the MySQL extension which is required by Wordpress. Oh, what do? I copy paste. Hopefully somebody's going to go ahead and help me. Google. Connect via SSH, keep the PHP version. I'll see which one's going to work, and then I will resume. Just a moment. Hey, welcome back. I just fixed this issue. Not a big deal. All I did was just copy paste that particular error message, and then say, you remember me pasting the error as it came here, right? So all you need to know is how to go ahead and Google things and find how it works for you. So came up with this and just went through this article and then install PHP My Sequel. Remember, okay, PHP My Sequel, I did not install it earlier, so this is something which I didn't install. So finish this and then restarted Apache. I'll show you. So restarted Apache before I restarted. This is exactly the command that I ran. Okay, so I'm going to take it off. There you go. I have my WordPress here. I could just go ahead and give it a title for my web page, finish all this, and then my website will be up and ready and running. Okay. Site title. username, blah, blah, blah. We could give all that. Just a moment. Let me go ahead and create an image of this particular Ubuntu server as it is right now, so that just in case I want to go ahead and create another web server, I don't want to, do all this configuration once again. So I'm going to create a image of my web server. So let's call it Ubuntu web server image. Now this would go ahead and become my my army. Okay, create image. Create image request received. View image. Now it takes a little while to go ahead and create. So it's nothing but just like we went ahead and used the regular army to create this Ubuntu server, we didn't have to install the CD, go ahead and install all the packages for making our Ubuntu server ready, right? Now what I'm doing is I'm creating an Ubuntu web server image so that next time I would just go ahead and use that and create another server myself, which is something I want to do. Okay, and I also want to go ahead and add these Ubuntu servers as a part of an auto-scaling group, and then have a load balancer point to the auto-scaling group. All that's coming up, so we'll see that in the next labs. Okay, so stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, go ahead and like and share if you like. I'm sure you would. That's being very positive, right? So in case you want to go ahead and learn more, all you have to do is you have to go ahead and you by now know what to do, but I'll still go ahead and write my email address at CONNECT number 2NITUNITU at gmail.com. So I'm a corporate trainer and I'm also an online trainer. You could get in touch with me, get access to my calendar, and then we can get started. We could learn cloud computing together. Okay, so go ahead and write to me. See you in the next class. Bye bye.